Hi everyone, my name is Lean Tran Layton and I am a co-founder and partner here at JLJ Law Group. And in today's Immigration Quick Clip series, I will be briefly discussing the employment-based petitions. So an employment-based petition is where an employer wants to petition for a foreign worker to become a permanent resident. And depending on the worker's skill set and education or experience, they'll fall into different types of employment-based categories. So for example, EB2 or EB3 are examples of employment-based categories. So the first thing that the employer has to do is to draft a job description. Once that's done, the employer has to then submit a prevailing wage determination to the Department of Labor. And that's where the Department of Labor will determine how much the employer has to pay that particular worker based upon the job description. Once that's done, the employer then has to do recruiting, and there are very specific steps in the recruiting process and where the employer has to post a job and how long they have to have this recruiting period open for. And the purpose of that is to prove that there are no available workers who can legally work in the U.S. That can fill the position that the employer is looking to fill. So once they're done with the recruiting step, they then have to submit the PERM application. And this is where they have to prove that they did the necessary recruitment and that they couldn't find any workers here in the U.S. And once that's done, the Department of Labor will then issue a labor certification. This process can take several months, and if there's something missing, the Department of Labor can do what's called an audit, and that's where they're telling the employer that there are certain documents that are missing, or they want the employer to prove that they actually can't fill the position with workers here in the U.S. So once that's done and this labor certification is approved, the employer can then actually move on to the USCIS petition, and that's where they will then again submit certain documentation to prove to USCIS that they couldn't find any available workers who can legally work in the U.S. to fill that particular position. If that petition is approved, the worker can then actually apply for permanent residency or green card. So the PERM process is very detailed, and there's a lot that goes into it. I definitely recommend getting a professional if it's something that you're interested in. So thank you for joining me today, and you can feel free to call 801-883-8204 if you have any other questions, and our website is www.jljlawgroup.com. Thanks for joining today. Have a great day.